Hey, this is Mike from Balsamiq, and this is part 2 of our wireframing session to design an admin tool for our Google Drive users. Alright, so when state is paid, you see other team members, see user record. This is user in trial state. Okay, so there's no team here, it's just history in this case. And then in this case, you have the team, and then we're going to have some kind of transaction history below.
Yeah.
And the transaction history here is going to be payments stuff, subscription stuff.
I mean, for the trials, I think we'll probably show when if it was extended, because if they write in and we extend them, there's really no limits. If they need more time, we tend to do that. So it's nice to have that visibility and saying how many, seeing and when was it extended in the past, if it was, and if it was done more than once. Other than that.
So you just basically need the 3 fields, basically. It's just this number, the date, and then the description, or do you need also the name of the person who the transaction? I mean, these are only transactions for a single person here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but if somebody else pays for your account, do you need to see that too?
Yeah, I think that would be something that would be in the history for transactions.
Okay.
Just because that's how it shows on cloud. Again, it's not something that we have built, so I don't know if once the devs get into it, if it's something that's actually going to be available or not.
Okay, so let's do it this way. So let's say it's let's say we have date, user ID, name of the person who performed the action for this transaction, their email address, and then the description. So in this scenario, let's say it's you, and you created the trial. This green. Let's say started trial was the first one, right? So then this should be in order, in reverse chronological order, right? So you want to see the last one? Okay. Let's say that she paid for your account. Paid for Liz Green's. Paid Liz Green's. What do we call this? Subscription?
Yeah, just go with subscription.
Okay, so we have the date and then the description. Each of these things need to be links. Okay, so here's one short scenario. You started a trial a month ago. This month, your subscription was paid for. Is it like monthly and annually? Do we have to?
Both. Well, yeah.
Okay. Do you need to see any other information? Like you have expire date up here. Let's see. So if in this scenario, so if you were, let's say, trial, you went from trial to paid. Oh no, so this is another case. So this is, sorry, I have multiple cases going on here. So in this case, you have your trial version, and we're looking at you in trial. And then there's a case where your history would show that you're not in trial, and then this would change to paid. Right. So let's just keep you with this. Expires here, and then I'm just going to pull this out. Just to show that there's a condition where, this would if the history were to change, this would say paid, monthly, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. For the paid ones, we want to, monthly is good, but you also want to include, like, you know, if they're in the 5-user team plan, or if it's just one user.
So we would say 5-user monthly or 1-user monthly?
Yeah, let's do 5. It's just an example. 5-user, monthly.
Okay.
And then, we don't have we don't usually put expiration for paid. We just kind of give a link to Olio so it can actually take you to the whole, you know, subscription page record in Olio.
Okay. So where would you want that link to be?
I think, right next to that, to the state is fine, because that would be consistent with cloud. Okay, so
should it just say Olio?
Olio, and then like Olio ID, and then you can put like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, as an example.
Right. Okay. So
not for the trial though, just for
right. Okay. Sorry. Oops. Over here.
Yes.
Okay, we have a link here, and then this goes to the Olio record. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's getting to be like a lot of arrows here. So this is this link. Okay. Okay, user record. This is user record and trial state. User view and paid state. Okay. And this opens Olio. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let me look at this list of other stuff we need to do. Okay, so in the next set of scenarios, you're managing people who are in other states, and it's basically the same feature, right? You're searching by the person, mm-hmm. and then you are using this link to go to the Olio record here, see Olio info. Mm-hmm. Okay, do you see, is this information that you want to see within SuperAdmin, or do you have to go to Olio to look at this? Well, the SKU, you see that when you go to Olio, but you know which level they have, but just what we did, 5-user and a monthly plan. I think that's, we already included that, so that's fine. Okay. I think just looking at the level and knowing if, how many users and if they're on the monthly or yearly plan is what will be helpful. Okay, got it. And then the actions, add credit, make free, restart, trial. So we don't have add credit. Do we need to add that? Yes. Okay.
And that would be something that should only show up for the subscription owners.
Okay, so this really, we need to see the Natalie account for this one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and that's just because it would go to whoever's actually paying for it. We usually add credit if there was an issue or something and it was our fault, we given a little bit of credit so that whenever they pay again the following month, then maybe they won't pay at all because they had, a $10 credit or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just duplicate this one. Do we even need... I could just do the Natalie one here. And if you're the owner... In this scenario, if this was Natalie, right? Mm-hmm. It would show... Would she show up in the team as well? Would she be repeated here? So we could show that she's the owner and that these are her editors or teammates?
Yeah, unless you think there's a way of just showing it next to the big.
Up here.
Uh-huh.
So maybe I'm going to do her record here. Let's see. And then the only difference would be that if it was your record, you would see owner next to her name. Okay, so this is when state is paid and user is owner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so then we just need to have... Oh, her name is too long. I will make this smaller just for the sake of fitting this in here. 32. Okay. Okay, so then in this case, this is her ID, and she's also an owner. Maybe we'll just do it like that for the moment.
Okay.
If we need to make it more prominent, we could do that. So her options are going to be then add credit. So her options are going to be not extend, but add credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Does she need make free?
I think we'll want to keep it just in the off case that somebody wasn't a do-gooder or something. They were already paying, and we still want to offer them a free subscription. I think I'd still want the option.
Okay, and this is just going to be a dialogue. I'm going to fix this guy real quick. This is going to be a dialogue with a dollar amount, or how much? How do you do credit?
Yeah, it'll show like a little text field. I mean, it looks like a text field where you just enter an amount, and it lets you add decimals too, and then you just click add credit.
Okay. So you just enter a dollar amount.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enter the amount to add as credit. USD. And then this is going to be some just a number, right? So it's always full. Do you ever use to the cents, or is it just a full dollar amount usually?
We do have the option here, and we do want to keep it just because there's times where we want to remove with a negative. We want to remove the total amount. So, but most of the time it's a whole number. But there's cases where you want to.
Okay. This is add credit. Okay, and then just pull an arrow over here. Okay, so let's look at the list again. Okay, so then we have add credit, make free, restart trial is basically extend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's cool. We've gone through the first two sets of screens that we need to add or to design, and then the next couple are manage free subscriptions. So it says Help Scout link here. This one's, so there is a case where we need a Help Scout link.
I'm thinking maybe just the case on when, because when people request or apply for the free program, they write in. So there's usually a case that you can go to and see, like, when did we offer that to them? So maybe that's why that's there.
Okay, so I just want to make a note of that. So that's this case is if we have a free subscription, we need to, and if we're looking at the free users, we need to link to Help Scout and open up to their transactions in Help Scout, searching by the
to the case, I would say.
Oh, to case, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, link to Help Scout case. Okay. All right, Liz, I am gonna have to stop now to go pick up my kiddo.
Okay.
So this was really helpful. I think we didn't really do that much. This is kind of we didn't really add a lot here. It seemed like we mostly filtered down the existing super admin that we have for the fields that are relevant to Google Drive, right? And then we just have to kind of go through these last sets now, and don't know how much of this is really different in terms of the views. I'll make these more real looking for each of these cases if it's helpful to the developer who's going to work on this to see what these should look like for each case. And then I'll just check in with you, and maybe we can do another round after I do a little cleanup.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that should be good for now, I think.
Okay.
That sound good?
Sounds good. Yep.
I'm gonna flip your screen for a second so I can see your face. Okay, Liz. So thanks for today, and then we'll come back and we'll try again for the next part.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All righty, Mike.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
That wraps up this part of the wireframing session for the Google Drive tool. So we'll pick this up where I clean up the wireframes in part 3.